already beloved and also quite exciting to then do your own thing.
I guess society has changed a lot over those decades, hasn't it, in terms of class and the way we sort of all interact with one another. Does that mean Lynley has to behave in a different kind of way as an aristocratic police officer?
Yeah, I think that's right. That's one of the sort of hallmarks of this show and of Lynley, is that he's this aristocrat who's turned his back on becoming the next Earl of Asherton, and instead he's working in a regional police force. And I think in the present day, he can't wear that too brazenly on his sleeve. He has to kind of try and keep that aristocratic background under the radar, but it's Sergeant Havers who pokes and nurdles him and teases out of him this strange, extraordinary background that he has.
I mean, crime dramas is a competitive field, isn't it? There's so many good things out there to watch. How do you go into this thinking we're going to be the duo that people want to tune in for?
Oh, I don't know if we do that. I think that the amazing thing that we have is Steve Thompson, our writer, who was on Sherlock and is just a brilliant, brilliant, amazing talent. And he put together this whole new world, I would say. So, yes, it is Lynley and Havers, but you have to watch it to see it's kind of in a timeless world of its own. And as I met him, I was like, he's amazing. So that was probably something that was also felt, is that, you know, you can't control these things and people just get on and they have something and hopefully it translates.
We met on the street outside and I was like, no, I'm not sure this is the door. It's further down. He's like, this is the door.
Were you being terribly posh and you were being terribly down to earth?
Yeah, we might have been. Yeah, but there were no cameras outside. But anyway, we made it into the right room. And
We did.
And the rest is history.
Yeah. Yeah, when it comes to, you know, the kind of, I suppose, the social awkwardness over class, does that kind of play into your relationship at all? Is that addressed?
Yeah, big time. I mean, that's one of the big differences of these characters. They come from totally different worlds, and that gives them different perspectives on how to approach a crime. And actually, they complement each other very well, because they fill in the gaps that each one has. All the blind spots are covered by the trusty partner.
And I would say also that actually it's quite cool to, just on a kind of personal dynamic level, to have someone that your character's already prejudging or has some notion in their mind of what they could be like or should be like, and then to watch that kind of come up for friction, but also sometimes be proven wrong and lead to greater understanding of each other. That journey as characters is also just really satisfying.
So it starts on BBC One tonight.
Yeah.
But they've had a sneak preview, well, not a sneak preview, they've had the whole thing in America already, and it's gone down. What sort of response have you had from the States?
They loved it.
Yeah.
I think it did really well on BritBox, which is the home for British shows over there. And my in-laws are American, so I think they're my #1 fans. So, yeah.
Stream it again.
Yeah, they'll keep pumping it out. So, yeah, it was a really positive response in the autumn in America, and now it's exciting to start the year with it here on British screens. Yeah.
I guess there's a challenge, though, isn't there? Because what Americans expect or like to see about British life and the class system might be different from what we as Brits want to see. So you've got to straddle both those.
Well, the author, Elizabeth George, of the books, is she's American, but an Anglophile. So, yeah, she loves this country, and I think that comes across in the characters and in the settings. And, yeah, I hope the Brits love it just as much.
They're pretty chunky episodes, aren't they?
90 minutes.
Once upon a time, half hours was the norm, but I think now people have an appetite, don't they, to sort of invest in much longer episodes when it comes to series.
I hope so. I kind of feel like, you know, like some plays are 90 minutes straight through. It kind of feels like that experience. You can just kind of dive into each episode that we've got is one complete crime. So you just, beginning, middle and end, that's that satisfying journey that you get with every episode. And I think that's something...
Best length of play. No interval.
Yeah, straight through.
No snooze. You just crack on.
You're up against Corriedale tonight on ITV. That's the Coronation Street Emmerdale mashup. They were in here a little bit early. You didn't have a face-to-face bump into one another on the stairs or something.
Look intimidating.
We kept you separate deliberately. Great to see you. Thanks so much for coming in. It looks fantastic. Lynley on BBC One, 8:30 tonight.